So, these are all the prizes you're giving away at our meetup? Am I eligible for any?
Yeah. The problem is I don't know how I'm going to get it all in the RV. I don't know. Maybe we'll just have to leave you here, Bo.
Bo, do you want to go? Do you want to go? Huh? Well, I think the first step is to open up the door and let's look at that garage and see how much we can fit in there.
All right. Let's see what this does. Go.
Yes. What is in that box?
This is this is enough coffee mugs for everybody. There's no way that's going to fit in there.
No, I think it's time for plan B.
I don't have a plan B.
Well, I would say break it down.
Okay.
And I don't mean break the cups.
All right, here's the inside of all this stuff.
Well, that looks like it might be very easy to break down. Perfect. I wonder if
They're pretty secure, don't you
They
think?
are very secure. I wonder how many are in there. Does it say?
Just
on the
one in
outside?
each one of these.
One in each one?
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be much easier.
So just load them up. All right.
Okay, here's the plan. We've got to consolidate. Perfect.
Perfect. Should we tell everybody what Bo just did?
Oh. Anybody want to know anything else, Tom?
Seriously, look at him. He knows he did it.
He knows he did it.
He knows it. He rolled in poop again.
Yesterday.
And
Mr.
today,
Bo
and he
rolled
just
in
had
poop.
a boat and he rolled in poop.
That's because he had a bath.
What
the
do you
other day.
think you're doing rolling in
He
poop?
says, I don't like smelling
Look at
like
it.
a
It's all
bath."
poop there.
Yes,
That's
that
all
is
poop.
He says, doesn't it smell delightful? Just delightful, Daddy.
Well, we've cleaned him off and we're underway. But we should probably explain to people that we do clean his poop out of our yard, and it's not his poop that he's rolling in.
He is rolling in deer droppings, rabbit droppings, turkey. What else? We have other
Possum, skunk.
Bunnies. We have everything going through our yard, including neighbors' dogs. But I don't think he'd find that aroma pleasing to him. He just loves those scents. It's kind of like us. You ever have somebody's perfume or cologne that just kind of drove you nuts?
It isn't
this is his perfume and cologne. These different fragrances.
It isn't that he necessarily likes it. The experts tell us that what he's trying to do is put his scent on their scent, which is the poop. So that's why he rolls around in it, trying to cover it up.
I didn't know that.
It's pretty disgusting. There's some other things he does, but anyway, I just didn't want you to think that we didn't clean our yard, because we do.
I never knew that before, that they're trying to put their scent.
Yeah.
I always thought he just liked the smell of it, and that's why he rolled in it.
I Googled
At
it.
the next light, turn right.
All right, we're turning right, and we're on the way. Here we go.
Every October, Natchez, Mississippi has a balloon festival, and the Riverview RV Park fills up. Not the biggest balloon festival, but a lovely, beautiful balloon festival.
Here's a tip for you. Whenever you visit a new city, book a tour. Book a tour on, maybe it's a bus, or here in Natchez, for example, it is like a little golf cart. But you will get an overview of the entire area very quickly, and then you'll know the things that you want to stop and maybe spend more time seeing. We did this open air tour, even took Bo with us. It was awesome.
Dorsey House was built in 1835. Thomas P. Leather purchased his home in 1848. He was the infamous riverboat captain of the Natchez. Look at the servants' quarters and kitchen that was built right after it. It was added on many years. Those were built by the slaves. You can tell the quality of the bricks, but also the way they're laid out. Look over your left shoulder, and you'll see the view you have from this balcony.
One of the things I love about Natchez is that the riverfront is all open, and it has just spectacular views of the Mississippi River, and it's just amazing. We're staying across the river at the RV park there, right across that bridge, but here is the river. Look at this overview. Isn't that spectacular? Isn't that awesome? Underneath one of your chairs is a piece of tape. Somebody look under the chairs, find a piece of tape.
Not under, you're sitting on it. You're sitting on it.
Oh no, you're sitting on it.
You're sitting on it. I thought it'd be too much confusion. I didn't. You got one. All right. There's
All right,
one.
whoever found one, stand up with your hand up.
There's one. All
I
right.
got a piece of tape. Grab it. Who found it? Which one? All right, don't forget the tape. Stand up. All right.
I know he love you and not much more else. Whoa, somebody's really crazy about you, baby. Just can't help themselves. I know they love you and no one else. Whoa, 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 whoa.
It is as good as I remember. The world's best fried chicken.
Whoa, 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 sugar honey, baby. This guy is really crazy about you, baby. Just can't help himself. I know he love you and not much more else. Whoa, 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 sugar honey, baby. He's got a little awful crazy about you, baby. Just can't help himself.
You know, as a matter of fact, he in love, okay? That's what's wrong with him, he in love.
Somebody really loving you just can't help themselves. I know they love you and no one else. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Those beautiful, opulent homes were created by this, cotton.
Cotton was king, and massive plantations just across the Mississippi into Louisiana is where the cotton was grown. And up until the Civil War, this is where it was all picked mostly, almost entirely, by slave labor. And it was a very difficult task. Picking this stuff was hard work. The slaves would toil for hours just for a bag, and then they would have to sort through the cotton and get the seeds out. They would cut their hands on the sharp briars. But their work created untold millions of wealth for Natchez. It all disappeared with the Civil War.
When slavery ended, 4 million slaves were set free. At Frogmore, 80% of the slaves chose to stay on.
They stayed on as mostly sharecroppers, and they stayed here for many, many years. This plantation and the cotton gin is now open for public tours. They're very upfront about slavery. They're very upfront about the human toil that created the wealth for the largely white landowners. Most of those landowners, by the way, came from the north and bought these plantations up. That all disappeared, at least all that wealth did, at the end of the Civil War.
For slaves, there was always the hope of a better future, and music gave them that hope.
At its peak, Frogmore Plantation historically had about 2,600 acres of cotton, and about 135 slaves worked here, picking cotton basically from August through November. Let me show you where they lived. This is one of the slave quarters. This is an original building. It was a duplex. 5 people, a family of 5 would live in one end, and a family of 5 in the other.
It's hard to believe that all this cotton used to be picked by hand, and now hands are barely needed.
This cotton gin went into operation in 1884. It was powered by steam. Before that, it was animals that would power the cotton gin. And today's operation is just this example of technology and efficiency that has made cotton, as Jennifer said, almost hands-free.
Frogmore Plantation is still producing cotton today. They have tours open to the public, and it's a great way to see the history of cotton.
And they'll let you drive in through a working cotton gin, so you can see how much more efficient it is today.
Well, thanks, Bo, for sharing your mom and dad and helping us learn the unknown world of the RV lifestyle. You are a lucky dog to have such spectacular parents. To great adventures.
Look at mine.
Texas one.
They're both Texas
Oh,
ones.
is that funny? Oh, Bo is on Bo.
Well, you're in the South, so you don't, the spelling is different than it is in Michigan. Okay? It is
Over here. Mike told you he is a B.O.
BA.